Hey everyone, I know it's been about 20 something days since my last upload, and I do apologize about that, but I've been crazy busy working on some to-do chores around the house before Christmas sets in, and I've also been in and out of being sick. Now the good news is that I'm back, and I'm going to continue to push out some new content for you to enjoy, however hoarse I may sound. So for today's video, we are going back to Aeslung, specifically the harbor of the city, and I'm going to show you the new area I've expanded into. So let's strap in and let's go for the time lapse. Alright everybody, so for this video, it's all about expanding the harbor and the docks area for the city of Aeslung, as you can already tell from that intro. Now, this is just the first of many expansions that the area is going to have, because I really plan on wrapping this harbor like almost all the way around the mountains that's on the map. So if you've ever been on the server, you know there's like a huge mountain range that Aeslung is built onto, so the harbor's going to wrap around a good bit of it. Now, on top of growing out that harbor, I do plan on making more housing, and there's a very, very good chance that there will be some housing even built into the mountains themselves, almost like dwarven style, but it's going to be obviously an Aeslung signature style. It's going to be really interesting. So I'm pretty excited about that aspect, because it could truly open up some phenomenal possibilities, both in building and in like architectural designs and things like that. So I'm pretty pumped about it. But either way, Aeslung will continue to grow, and I'm really hoping to make it one of the largest Minecraft cities ever made. And you'll see what I'm talking about. The like area of the entire spot is like huge. So yeah, you'll see. Anyways, let's move on to some details about these new builds. So I decided to make a few different builds on this episode. Now, I made a simple inn for sailors fresh from sea. I worked on a small chapel, which is home to some mischievous people. I built a blacksmith, a storage area, and a very small eating place for travelers and residents alike. Now, these 5 builds really elevate this area and bring in some much needed character and unique viewpoints from like the ground level and even from the ocean itself. Now, the older sections of Aeslung have definitely shown their age over time, and this is a huge part of the beginning of upgrading the city of Aeslung. Like it's a huge process, but it's definitely something I want to work on. Now, it's not something that I'll be able to finish overnight, but I'm hoping to bring the entire city up to my current building standards over the next 6 months or so. So definitely stay tuned for that. It's going to be really, really cool. Now, if you have any ideas on what else I could add to the harbor area, please let me know in the comments, because more ideas are always welcome. So I'm going to, miss things and not think of stuff. So that's where the community comes in. You can tell me some really cool things I could add in here. Also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and all that good stuff. We are extremely, extremely close to 4,000 subs, and it would be absolutely epic to reach that milestone before the year 2024. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I thank you for watching this long, but here's some music. I'll let you enjoy the time lapse, and I'll meet you again for the walkthrough. Alright everybody, so I hope you enjoyed that time lapse and all that good stuff, but here we are in the older section. Pretty much, I think this was the last video in Aeslung. So you can see here we're in the harbor area, and when I was talking about reaching it all the way around, the harbor and dock area is probably going to reach around this whole section here. It's going to be really, really cool. It's going to be really insane, and then we're going to have housing like built all up in the mountain this way, and the palace is going to be up here. It's going to be really cool. So just obviously that's probably another year's worth of work, but here we have the beginning of the new section of this harbor area. So it starts right here pretty much with this, no, not this building, this building and onwards. So you can see here, once again, we have some street detail. We have some blocks from the Believe mod, like this cart here, the broken cart, this ladder propped up. just some small detail oriented blocks here. And what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of start off at the small end. So you can see here, it's a very cool building. It's actually really large, all considered, but you walk in the inn and you can see here we just have this small little resting area, kind of like a hallway, a foyer. And going on in, you can see it's a nice like tavern slash inn, and this is mainly just for poor sailors or you know, one's not on a huge budget to be able to you know, sit here and have a room for the night, just get some rest, you know, get their land legs back. You can see this area here. Adam actually helped me build this, and he really came through, really helped me. I was kind of like stuck, and this just really helped out. Now you can see there's no real kitchen area. This would be like dried meats, you know, like vegetables, stuff like that, something easy and that doesn't expire very quickly. But you can see just a small little storage area. You're paying for your room and board. And then over here we have some small tables, you know, and some decorative features, and of course the cozy little fireplace, and then a back door as well that goes out to some storage areas out there, but we'll get to there in just a second. Now I wanted to show you the upstairs as well, and you can see here it's actually pretty cool. I mean, it's simple, moose. Either way, but you can see here we also have some food areas up here. And then we have the room. So it's just 3 simple rooms. This one is very cramped. Tiny little bunk bed. This would be like the discount room, like the cheapest one possible. Over here, we have one that's a little larger, but once again, still pretty cramped. It has all your basic necessities, some lights, some dressers, a bed. That's about it. And then in here, we also have just a bigger one. So this would be a nicer one. You know, 2 people might split the cost to make it a little bit more affordable. And this just looks really cool. You have the windows, you can look out street side, and then here normally you can look out towards the sea. But those are the rooms, and that is the inn slash tavern slash sailor resting place thing. But we're gonna shut all these doors and get on out of here. In here we're gonna have the storage room. So this was actually cool. It's a diagonal rectangle, which was really fun, and the roof was very interesting to build, but it was a blast. You can see here we have lots of detail going in all these alleyways, things like that. Once again, there's another Believe mod block. But yeah, so small little storage area. I won't spend too much time here, but once again, nice and cluttered detailing. Lots of just like, I guess, positive space. Is that the negative of negative space? Either way, I tried to make use of all the area. You can see here we have a stairwell going up just to another area full of storage, and it's just really cool. Just small things here and there to really add to it and make it believable that people would get off the ship. They would pay a small fee, house their merchandise and things like that in there, and they'd be good until they leave again. Now you can see here, like I said, this whole area, I wanted the walkway to be very cramped and narrow, so that's kind of where we came into this. You can see all the buildings have stuff around them. We have this cart that's, you know, waiting to be pulled out. I would assume this way because it's kind of thick. Here we have, under this, we have this nice little eating area, some shelving just to add some extra details, and this of course is the outside of the storage area. Now this is going to be a small chapel here. This is what I was talking to you about, but I want to show you this. So we have this small little alley here, and this actually is going to lead to a Thieves Guild entrance. Remember, anytime you see this door in Almorin, it is a Thieves Guild entrance, so you could go there and find some really cool hidden stuff. I'm not going to tell everybody where all the doors are in the world, because they're not just in Aeslung, they're all over the world. Very similar to Skyrim in that aspect, but this is the chapel. And you can see here they're taking some tithe, they're taking some donations, you know, stuff like that. Church has got to have money, especially since they are affiliated with the Thieves Guild. And this is going to be the church. So these bookcases are also part of the Believe mod. They have been retextured since this. I haven't applied the new update, but you can see here it's a really cool spot. You know, you can sit down, listen to the sermon, and we have this really cool, like, I don't know, Adam and I kind of worked on this. It's like that's the symbol of the church. Yeah, I don't know. It just looks cool. Okay, but yeah, give up here. Give your lecture to you know, the few people, the sailors, maybe asking for repentance or things like that for things they've done on the high seas. Who knows? But it's here and it's really cool. And like I said, they are associated with the Thieves Guild, so a little bit of money laundering going on in that area. Here we have the blacksmith, as you could tell by this really cool sign. right there. And then, of course, there's an alleyway to get to the back. But once again, I will get to there. But we have this firewood in a little covered area. Keep it dry. Keep it looking good. Now, I can't take claim for the interior of this blacksmith. This is 100% Adam. He did this, and I think I did the water trough and this, and that was about it. He did all the decorating. He made it look amazing. It looks absolutely fantastic, and I couldn't be more excited about it. He made great use of this very small space. He added some detail on the flooring here, the roof as well. He made it, you know, like arched there. It just looks great. And if you go through this spot here, you can see the actual blacksmith, like checkout shop thing. The shop, not a checkout, it's a shop. You can see it's really cool. You know, we have the small little spot showing off some of his wares. You can purchase them. Really nice high ceiling as well. And if you go up this small little staircase here, you get to his actual living quarters, as in typical medieval fantasy style. Once again, a tiny little living quarter. Got a small oven. Has his little bed, little cot on top of here, little table for eating, and of course a small little wash area. Doesn't fit perfectly in there, but it's close enough. And then, you know, I guess while he's bathing, he can look out on the street, I guess, if he wants to, like a reverse peeping Tom. Kind of weird, but I love it. I love that little aspect. So we're gonna go through this big old door, and that is the blacksmith. And then what we're gonna do, last but not least, we are going to go into this area, and this is the small you know, restaurant tavern area. And you can see here once again, I did this one. Back door, we have just a small little spot here for supplies, and then here we have some a fireplace. We have like a stove. We have the meat. We have some herbs and some netting, stuff like that. Just to kind of add to that, you know, sailor vibe. So we have like the fish, you know, the hunting, the nets, all that kind of stuff hanging out. We have a few small tables where people can sit down, just enjoy their food. And that's about that. I mean, like I said, there's not too much for this. It's just a lot of good small details. And all the buildings have kind of been made very uniquely. So I'm really excited to kind of give you that overhead view. Now on the backside here, you could definitely see where we have almost like separated backyards, properties for the businesses. So this is a blacksmith area. Over here is going to be the inn/tavern. So you can see here. And then even kind of further back, you know, they have this whole area here. And then this is the older part. So this is kind of like the fly through. So you can see this right here, and then this right here are the older styles. And you can see it's very basic, very blocky, right? Because it's been years since I really worked on this. And then you have the new builds, which obviously stand out and really shine. And I think it looks so good to this harbor area and the docks. It just looks fantastic. So there's definitely a lot more to build out. There's definitely a lot more to do, and I'm really excited about that, to just finish this up and to really make it look just fantastic and really flesh it out. Like I said, the view looks fantastic. I love it. But that's pretty much that. I won't keep you any longer. So anyways, thank you so much once again for watching. I really appreciate it. This is Legendary Porpoise signing off. Have a good day. Happy gaming. I'll catch you around for the next one. Stay tuned for much more content. And once again, put any ideas down below in the comments. I'll catch y'all again later. Y'all have a good one.